Welcome, 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 Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a timeless reading because we remember the past, plan for the future, and use those energies to live by in the now. So we will be looking for the next 2 weeks and the previous 2 weeks. Again, this is timeless. We ask, well, no, I'm not going to ask. This is where we get our information from, the original source, the original thought, the original word. From all benevolent energies, entities, beings in all dimensions, realms, time, space. So the thing is that it's always going to be for our highest good. And so you may have different interpretations if you were to find this 2, 3 weeks or even months in the future. So let's see. So here is the now, this is the past, and this is the future. And we'll draw in our past 2 weeks experience, Aries, and see what it is that we've been going through and just kind of take it from there. I have taken some time to pre-shuffle a lot of these, or actually all of the decks. So, well, this this is the devil. So this is Capricorn. So we've probably been dealing with some illusions with that very lusty. Um, well, it's very lusty and it's very earthy, but it's not particularly grounding. And I'm going to take a better look here because the individuals that are on the traditional card, they have those rings around their necks, but I see that this one, I see have them by their hands. I mean, he's definitely got a hold of them. So it's a very controlling energy, and it's like separating the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This is kind of we're feeling a little split, maybe, and a little pressured to make some decisions, or have been. This is teaching has been we've been receiving messages or lessons and experiences to temper the strength, our personal metal, mettle. That's all there is right there. And then Knight of Swords. Yeah. So there's been some really harsh things said to us. And, I start out with the original source and the original word, actually, the original source, thought, and word. So when it comes from someone that you cared about, their thoughts came out rashly. And we don't want to reciprocate that. And it's created kind of an, how do you say it? Angst. It's created some tension. You don't know how to act, you don't know what to say. And even if you're walking in a room, sometimes you don't even know where to look. So, what have we brought forward from this experience with the devil, temperance, and the Knight of Swords? It really does feel like that there have been some harsh things said. Maybe things were off the cuff, things were rushed. So again, we got to try and not, yeah. So this is the King of Swords. This is where we have not, hopefully, created a situation where we're going to be getting some backlash. So this is what we need to embody now is this King of Swords. And if you notice that this is directly under the devil. So again, very, very, so let's curb the thoughts, and the words will, they say, oh, I wanted to say XYZ, but this whole idea of, whoa, yeah. So the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Here we go. This is what we're pulling forward with Temperance. I'm not looking at the other card. So Temperance, put it down. Temperance has the Knight of Cups, and it's possible that there is a call that we can pull forward for this balance of emotion and events, triggers, if you will. It'll not stop us, but we need to be taking careful steps. Okay, and this Knight of Swords, this is like I don't know if it's a portal, but that just means a significant change. Definitely a different kind of feel energy in the last 2 weeks. That if you look back at how you felt 2 weeks ago and look at how you feel now, those thoughts and words that were hurled at us really rocked our world, and it forced the movement and forced us to and I know this is the swords are air, but that's our thoughts and words, but it's bound to our heart. And if you look where these blossoms are coming out of the king's heart, right? So given this information, given this, what is it that we need to embody in the here and now for our highest possible outcome? Because we've kind of been through a lot. We've had to deal with some very harsh words, some very harsh things, some very harsh people. What is it that we can do to kind of foster some of these things that are coming toward us in the next couple of weeks? So this is the first card that came out. All right. So Five of Swords. So it's like we're being asked to, yeah, look at this. This is where is it? Temperance. So Temperance, there's Five of Swords. So that Five of Swords to me is saying that we've won this. It's like a skirmish. It's not a battle. It may have felt like a conflict. It might be ongoing, but there are some wounded people that are walking away. So allow them to walk away. Allow others to step out. Doesn't mean they won't be back. It's okay that they left. It was their time to leave, right? And I used to love the strength card, but I always know whenever I get this, it's gonna be it's gonna be challenging. So we're gonna be pulling in and manifesting a lot of strength out of this experience that we're all going through. Aries, it's going to be an amazing journey. It's going to be feeling like it's really slow because it was in the past. Things happened very quickly. We're trying to take our time with our heartfelt concerns over this, and we're going to overcome those when we process them properly with temperance. And we're going to build that strength. We're going to build that spiritual and emotional muscle. And this is the Five of Earth. Yeah, and we might feel like there's a sidebar or a side wounding. So we all have these scars. And I see the branches on this five of Pentacles, the Five of Earth. And this is a call for us to remain grounded, that it's not that we ignore our weaknesses, but we definitely don't want to be calling attention to them because the strength is there for us. We've already won the battle. We have to make sure that we're able to connect to that. So basically, it's like these are very harsh times. We have been able to manifest that highest outcome and we've won the battle. We have to maintain that, pull that in. With this, it looks like things came quickly. Things came very quickly. And then it created a shifting and sifting. So we have to realize that we do have these 5 pentacles. Now, I don't know what you started with or what you imagine you started with, but this is the bonus aspect of it. You have to see it. You have to see the gold within you through your strength and through your acknowledging your won skirmishes, the skirmishes you won, we've won. Because we're all this impacts everybody. When something happens to one, it's you're gonna feel it. You're definitely gonna feel it. Because I know I do. All right. So what other energies and aspects can we look forward to for pulling through these energies? What are something a little bit more specific that looking at this past and the challenges that we've had with these harsh circumstances? It doesn't even necessarily have to be a person, but somebody's manifested something in our lives, Aries, that is it's been really, really challenging. It's not necessarily going to ease up per se. But what it is going to do, it provides us with that strength, with the muscle, with the stability, with the temperance, and we are going to create a whole new world out of it. So communication, approaching voicemail and awaiting a text. So don't focus in too much on that. Don't get obsessed with that idea, but there's definitely something here for us to remain open and communicative, not closing yourself off. Let's not do that. I could very easily do that with some of the challenges that I've had to experience in the last month. So I'm not doing that. I didn't stop. I actually ramped it up a little bit. So Capricorn, this is Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is definitely a call for grounding. Not being too much in our heads and grounding. And that's why this communication is going to be really important. Disappearing, cold, distant, no contact, and leaving behind. So that's this over here. And we are going to see these 5 pentacles. We're going to see there's like a 5-fold increase here. And it's only after we see, we might feel ghosted at first, but we need to let some people and some things go because it's not helping us anymore. We need to transition, right? That was pretty cool. So let's see what we have here that will be helpful to Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, timeless, of course. What is going to be helpful for Aries and the collective? So sometimes I will say we, because this is how I connect to Aries as a collective. What do we have for Aries? Chaos and conflict. We got 5 cards on that, wowzers. Chaos and conflict. This is card number 33, and this is that appearance of breaking down, but it's like a process of clarity. That's where our strength is going to come from, the clarity. The clarity is also going to come from our standing our ground. And the blemishes and the blots of life are not going to be a hindrance anymore. We're going to be creating a whole new community. Communities are going to be coming in. Our house is going to change. I don't know if this is like a fall card. It's arid. So maybe if you have a very dry fall, that might have like a timeline in there for somebody. Yes, and this is where we are right now. This definitely feels the real deal. There's a lot of 3s here. Where's the 33? There was a card 30. This is card 33, and now this is card 3. So between worlds, that's the world card here. We've had to kind of be, tripsy doodle. I don't know. That's just one of my own little words. But yeah, we kind of have to look at it as a journey. And we are feeling a little bit rended, like torn between the worlds. And so some might be in the midst of making this shift over and shedding some of that black. It's almost like when we make this when we make this change, it is going to turn our world from black and white into color. I know some people don't like the word blessed, but if you have and it's card number 22. It's like you could put an I in there and you could say that it's a blessed experience. Yeah, and I'm starting to feel that right now. It starts right at the core and it goes up and down at the same time. Wow, very very strong. And we're being asked to let it do what it needs to do because it's a purge. So if you feel emotional, that might be one of the reasons why. We're being asked to purge a lot of those ancestral woundings. And yes, that's the best way to do it is with our breath. Do it with your breath. Very simple. Your exhales need to be really slow. So if you inhale for 4 seconds, it should be 6 to 8 exhaling. That's kind of a weird thing, but there you go. Card number 22 and card number 29. So let's get some final sacred geometry for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus that we can use now to embody those things that have happened to us in the last 2 weeks, pulling forward what's going to best serve us that we've learned, preparing for the future. So this is the cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. So we're being asked to embody all of this in the here and now. This is how we prepare for what's coming. This is how we prepare for what's coming. Our past experiences and what we can utilize in our spiritual tool belt, in our physical tool belt, because there might be some challenges for some of us who have maybe health issues or concerns. Those need to be addressed. Divine masculine. Card number 22. Here's card number 22. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So here's the kindness, and here's the wisdom, and here's the action. Divine masculine. This is definitely dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy. So pulling from the past, expecting what's coming in the future, and making this like an amalgamation. And that's the embodiment of what strength is. And utilizing it with the temperance. We are dynamic beings. We're going to see how dynamic we are very shortly. And the last card, it's going to be an expansion of our consciousness. So that was card 22. That's card 23. This is 17. So here's 17, 18, and then we went to 22 and 23. So 17, consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Again, it feels like all of this and all of that in the now is the embodiment of our consciousness. So there, that is an example of the fruits of our labor. Oh my gosh. All right, so I have like a sacred geometry deck. It's very, very small, and I don't use it. I have it as a preparatory tool for when I'm clearing the area, and this is the fruit of life. Okay. And it says a fruit of life represents the female movements or elements of creation, the ordered pattern of creation, and the rewards of our labor. So that was the fruits of our labor. Interesting. Alrighty, I think that was it. Thank you so much. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you on the flip side. Bye.